Okay, it's Jedi here again, and now I'm gonna talk about have an interview about my long distance marathon skateboard world records that were set back in 2003. Okay, now these are the Jedi diaries. See, printed out about 50 pages of them, more than that, 60 pages maybe. And if you go to this one right here, which is, what's the next one in the line? 4th of the 7th of 2011. Okay, well, if you have a look at this, that's the Mornington Peninsula there. Mornington, Hastings, Dramana, Rosebud, Balnarring down there. And if you look at the bigger map, this is Melbourne there, and this is Mornington down there. And now that's 70 kilometres in 8 or 9 hours, or 8.5 hours from Port Melbourne to Mornington. I did it both ways, from Port Melbourne to Mornington and Mornington to Port Melbourne. I did it both ways at night and both ways during the day. Not on the same day, of course, but on different days I went one way and different days I went back. It was both ways, and both ways at night and during the day. So I set two world records: my longest distance ridden on a skateboard in a day, and the longest distance ridden on a skateboard in a night. But you could call them the same record. And I'll explain it to you how I did it. Also, if you look over here, you have these 10 greatest skateboarding records that defy gravity. The first one is highest ollie, then longest jump and highest air. And the next one is longest 24-hour distance. This is the one that beat me in 2013. My record was 70 kilometres in 8.5 or 9 hours, Mornington to Port Melbourne, and this is the longest distance covered on a skateboard in a 24-hour period. In 2013, Andre Andres broke the record by skating an incredible 261 miles. The previous record was held by a barefoot Ted who skated his way to fame by covering 242 miles in 24 hours during Ultra Skate 4 in Seattle, Washington. Well, those two records beat mine, but mine lasted for a good decade. The one from Port Melbourne to Mornington, and Mornington to Port Melbourne both ways at night, during the day and at night. Okay, well, they're the records. There's a few other records as well. There's most 360-degree spins, highest free fall, largest skateboard. Anyway, not one of them. And here you have my TV interview with Channel 10 back in the year 2013, and that's the lady that reported it, Sarah Arbo. She works for SBS now, I believe. And this is Vans Moomba. If you have a look, it's 13th of March 2013 at the YMCA website for Melbourne Riverside YMCA. And if you look what it says, if you look here, it says, wait. The second most famous skateboarder in Melbourne, behind Jedi, of course, Laken Hapiri, popped a smooth kickflip foot plan for a $100 prize. So there you go. Jedi was the most famous back in 2013, and Laken was the second most famous back in 2013. And now 5 years later in 2018, Jedi is still the number one skateboarder in Melbourne, and Laken is still the second most famous skateboarder in Melbourne. All right. Well, I'll tell you about the long distance. Hey, it was from Melbourne to Mornington, and basically what I did the first time was I